and we're live. So, yay, yay us, the double live. Let me fix this up here. It is that time of day. The work is done, well, except for this, but I don't consider this work. And it is definitely time for a beverage. Oh,
That'll make
oops.
that'll make room for us more normal.
Maybe.
Not what you did.
Could you hand me some paper towels
Yeah.
there? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the whole damn roll. Got a little aggressive over here on some beer pouring. Let's see. This will make for a good shot though. Maybe. There we go. Check out that mug. Woo! Oh, that's just all foam. So, a big shout out and a big thank you to our friend Scott Harris, sending these battle mugs. Is that what they're called?
Yes, sir.
This thing's a monster. And then I don't know how he pulled all this off. Got the American flag clipped on the side here, and then the USA Made Blade and Sasquatch Knife Shop logos on it. This thing's awesome.
That is really amazing. So cool.
First beer out of said mug. Very excited.
Does
So,
it taste different drinking it out of that?
well, I don't know. I haven't gotten past the huge foam head I put on it. And I still haven't. This might be a burpee show.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, well, not supposed to just sit around and drink foam.
And it's made in the U.S.
That makes it even cooler. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Nope, still foam. I'm gonna have to do something about that. That's terrible. The mug's awesome. The person that poured the beer needs to be taken outside and beaten.
Not so much.
We got a night. I don't know. Definitely feeling much better than last week. Still having some symptoms. I'd like to shout out to there's several doctors that watch this show. Pretty much all of them hit me up either that night or the next day, telling me they think I have COVID or had COVID or have COVID or whatever. I did take a COVID test. It came back negative, but I'd had it for a while, so maybe, I don't know. But several doctors, including one who says he's seen more COVID cases in the past few months than he's ever seen, and that my symptoms really fit. So I appreciate all of you being concerned. Certainly did not feel good last week, and still off. Definitely still having some dizziness. But it's definitely improving. So we'll see what happens. But it's good to be back somewhat.
Poor Smoochie has it.
What fun for the whole dang family. Smoochie, what are your symptoms? What are you feeling? Yeah, no, I'm glad I don't feel as bad as I look. I appreciate that. That would be bad. Kennel cough. It's possible.
Do you still have your sense of smell?
I don't know. I feel like I've been stinking, so I guess, yeah, I do. All right. Where to start? We'll start with some stupidity. This story, I think, is absolutely worth telling. So, yeah, I'm going to tell it. My father has been trying to take my family out for dinner for a month now, something like that, 3 weeks. And since my daughter's been back from Japan, he just wanted to take us all out. Well, my oldest daughter, and the reason I'm wearing the Carolina shirt is because I'll be taking her back to college for her sophomore year on Saturday. So it was kind of tonight or it wasn't going to happen because my other daughter has a volleyball tournament tomorrow and I've got to work until late. So anyway, we said, all right, tonight it's just going to have to happen. And then to top it off, my wife had a volleyball meeting at the school that didn't start until 6:30. But she said
I
that
thought it would be like 15
that it
minutes,
would be a
like
15-minute meeting. Me and Mary Poppins does not understand that school meetings have never been 15 minutes and never will be 15 minutes. So the goal was to leave here at 6:45, so I'd have plenty of time to get back and get everything set up for the live show. She got home from the meeting at 7:20.
No, 7:10.
It was
7:10.
7:15 at the earliest. So we're already 30 minutes behind. Now, the part of the story that I got to tell you is that my father has been hyping this place up like a champ for
Someplace new.
many months. Yes, this is down at the lake. So, think about what kind of restaurant. He has told us that the mahi mahi is excellent. The salmon is fantastic.
Fresh caught out of the lake.
And the filet is one of the best fillets he's ever had. So I'm thinking, man, this is like a pretty decent place. This is going to have some nice tables, maybe some candlelight, some nice wine. And then he said, and it's got an amazing view of the lake. I'm like, well, hot damn, man, he's really taking us out to a nice spot. We showed up, and this place is a total greasy spoon with trifold plastic menus. Everything comes, almost everything comes wrapped in the paper or baskets. The top left of the menu is single cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, bacon double cheeseburger, hot dog, corn dog, onion rings. You go down it, it is every fried, every greasy spoon. The only thing this place didn't have that I didn't see was barbecue, but an extensive menu, and there was no filet anywhere on that menu, but yet up on the white specials board, filet. My dad has hyped this filet so much, says it's the best steak he's ever had. Now, a little something you need to know about my father is he doesn't, it takes a lot for him to spend a nickel. He is tight as a tick. He's done very well for himself. He's been very successful, but he doesn't spend it. So I think the cheaper a steak is, the better it tastes to my father. So my dad has bragged that this is a nice size filet. You can get a baked potato, and then he gets out of all things, the cantaloupe, and it is $17.95.
This was we got to get together for a nice meal, family outing.
So, and he has talked about the fish, the mahi mahi especially, to no end. So, and so I'm like, okay, he's talked up this filet like you would not believe. So I got the filet. I saw one of the baked potatoes. I took a pass on that at another table. So I got the filet, some fried squash, and a salad. Now, the salad was your typical greasy spoon salad. It was just a pile of iceberg lettuce that was like the whole head of lettuce in a bowl this big, and with the lettuce piled out about this high. Something I've never seen on a salad before. An army of pickles. Diced tomato, and the strongest onion that has ever been cut, ever. So I did pull, I'm just not a pickles on a salad guy, so I did pull the pickles off. And so yes, my salad was brought out as a fine dining place would. It was coursed. I got my salad first. And then the meal came. And my daughter, my youngest, who I'm going to go ahead and say is the smartest of us all, went with the greasy spoon theme and got herself a double cheeseburger. Very smart little girl. So she got that and French fries. I, of course, got the steak, my fried squash, and it comes, you're in a high class place when they were like, you want hush puppies or a roll? I'll try the hush puppies. So, and then my wife got the mahi mahi, and my father got the mahi mahi, and my steak came out. I'm going to guess that this was a total of a 4-ounce steak, if that. I couldn't have put it on a small piece of bread and made a sandwich out of it. It was that small. And if this is the best steak my father has ever had, and I have cooked that man probably a few thousand steaks in his life, then I'm never cooking that man another fucking steak again, ever, ever, ever. So
We're overcharging him.
now I gave him hell when we got back in the car. I wasn't gonna do it while we were in there.
You were funny.
Did you not have the same thoughts as me when he was talking about filet and mahi and
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be
yeah,
like
he never told us once that like, hey, the kids can get cheeseburgers and French fries.
Within 30 minutes, we were done. We were.
Yeah. I went out for a steak dinner and we were in and out of the restaurant in 30 minutes. That included ordering water, the works. 30, maybe 31 minutes.
Well, the extra minute was to get the pickles off the salad.
Well,
This was something.
Yeah, I did love that Dixon Chad said, "Was this salad just burger fixins in a bowl?" And yes.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I don't know what they did to this onion to make it the strongest onion. I'll be tasting that onion till next Thursday, easily. Easily. Unbelievable. So, yeah, I'm still confused. I think it's made my dizziness worse, just because I had a visual in my head, and in no way, shape, or form did I expect we were going to a Greasy Spoon barbecue joint. And oh yeah, and they do have a whole separate breakfast menu with like the 1 egg, 2 egg, 3 eggs, hash browns, bacon, blah blah. All the Greasy Spoon breakfast stuff.
Did they have corned beef hash?
Did not see it. But they do have spaghetti. It's on special nightly. And on Wednesdays, which is apparently when we should have gone, they do a fried dipped chicken. And you can't find a place to sit in the joint because it's so good. Now, see, if I'd been given the fried dipped chicken and the cheeseburger and the hot dog and the corn dog menu, I would have had a better understanding of what I was getting into. But no.
Well, how was the mahi?
It was okay. It wasn't bad.
The mahi was okay, according to Ellen.
Well,
my-
daughter loved the flounder. It was
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Well, and then our oldest daughter got the fried flounder, which, I mean, it's a Greasy Spoon. So, of course, the fried flounder was delicious. It was something. It was definitely an evening. Pop, if you're watching, which you never do, thanks for dinner.
I mean, it was built up as a steakhouse. That's the problem. If you'd have known what kind of place this was.
So we went to my dad's favorite steakhouse. I will say that we can call it my dad's favorite steakhouse, and for 5 of us all eating, with appetizers and desserts for 2, it was under $100. Try doing that at your favorite steakhouse. You can't even get out for under $100 with 2 people at Outback anymore. So, yeah, it was an adventure. It was absolutely an adventure, and this fried squash was special.
It was fried.
It was the round pieces, and they were all like that thick. I have no idea. It was interesting. My favorite part was I ordered the kids some cheese sticks, and I had about a half a bite of a cheese stick, and that was delicious.
That's just because you're missing out.
So we'll probably be a short show again tonight, even though I just spent the first 15 minutes talking about dinner that my dad took us out to. But not a ton to talk about. I promised you guys I would try and get some updates. I do have some, but some of these knife making folks are very, very hard to reach. And I can't say much because sometimes I am too. And then it's also just been a hell of a week trying to catch back up from being down, not feeling good the week before. So let's kind of jump into it. Recap the week. We'll start with we had some fantastic Hinder XM 18.3.5 Bowie non-flippers. I think the last one or two of those sold today. So, but hopefully we'll get some more. I don't know on that one. So we had those come in. We also had just a handful more. Is it hot as hell down here? Or is it just me?
It is.
Oh, Ellen, will you go knock the thermostat down just 1 degree? And then we also had just a handful more of Hinder XM 18 3-inch Harpoon Tanto in working finish. I think were these.
That's
So,
not working.
what's that?
There's a thermostat right there.
That is a humidistat. So we still got a couple of the Harpoon Tantos from Hinder, so definitely check those out. I think there's, honestly, this might be the last one. Maybe one or two left. And then also this past week we did drop
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You got 1 or 2 left of what? The 3-inch?
the 3-inch Harpoon Tantos.
What are those? 4 1/4?
4 1/4, yes. So also this week we did drop, what day was that? I believe it was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. We did get in a new batch. It's been a long time of Neely Knife and Tool. These are pretty much custom, mostly handmade. I think he pretty much gets the blade water jet and then literally does everything else by hand. This is his Hydra folder. This is the last one we have. I can already feel that. This is the last one, and it's OD Micarta.
And the price on that is what?
$6.95. So the liners are tie, the hardware's all tie. Action on them, I got to give Jonathan credit. Incredibly smooth, very nicely done on these, dead centered. I like the pocket clip. I think he did a really good job on that. So this is the last one available. So definitely check this out. He's a very, very small maker with everything being done by hand. So it's pretty rare to get them in. So
Small batch.
small, yes, very small batch maker. So I mean, we've been waiting a long time to get these in. I think just timing on the market, it's people are a little tighter right now. We've definitely seen that. So I think when the market improves and everything improves, that one will be gone, and any others. So as many people as we've had talking about them, I don't think that one will stick around much longer. He also brought us some new Scout folders, and I think these are really good looking. Great handle on these. That black kind of rock pattern G10 on it. We've got some red, orange, and blue liners on these. These are all Magna Cut, Rockwell at 62. This is a good, really good looking fixed blade. Great handle, really fits the hand well. It's nice and thick with those liners on it. Red over black on this one, but really, really good grip in the hand. And then comes with what I think is a really well done Kydex sheath. Love the way the drain holes look on this. I think he did a nice job on that. So definitely check these out. The sheath has great retention, pops right out, and he's done a really good job with these. I was very impressed with these fixed blades. Something very different, something you're not going to see many of out there. So I think as hopefully, if we're not moving them too well, I'll probably get a YouTube video done. I think getting some more information out there about them will help.
Price on that.
The fixed blade Scout is $325, and that's Neely Knife and Tool. So I think that was kind of everything for the week. So this past weekend we went out of town. We had Eric cover the shop for us. Friday the shop was closed. There was just no way around it. We are, if you know of anybody in the Salisbury area that's looking for a job, we are trying to actively hire another part-time person. So if you know of anyone, definitely get in touch with me. We'll see if we can spend some time talking to them. So let's jump into updates. Or no, I'm sorry. One last one. I did get this done today. This turned out really cool. This is the Nicholas Nichols Dreadnought, and this is the non-flipper with that darkened stonewash blade. And then I did a battle green on the tie, and then bronzed out the hardware, or shipwreck green, I should say. This turned out spectacular. It was already that acid washed titanium, so the shipwreck green just really pops on it. Great action on these, really smooth. So definitely check this out. And we're still running that. If you add it to cart, it'll take 10% off of all Nichols knives. So definitely check that out. And then, oh, excuse me.
Maybe I didn't hear you. Did you give a price on that?
I want to say it's $565, but then you'll get the 10% off. It's I think $545 actually. So, but 10% off will put you under 500 on it. And then totally random, I put it on the tray just for giggles. We got one random half-track warning from Hinder this week. And I just had to keep it on the tray. I could put it on the site, it'd probably sell very quickly, but I had to keep it in the tray and just show it off. We'll random drop it this weekend, so keep an eye out for that one. I thought about putting out a newsletter about it, but I don't see any reason to oversell too much. And then from there, update. I'll be honest with you, we don't have a ton. We do have another half-track exclusive that's in the works, but it is not the warning. So we're not ready to announce that. It's going to be a little while before that one gets done. Don't know. I did talk to Sam at Hinder. I don't know what's coming from Hinder this week because he wasn't 100% sure. So we'll all be surprised when it arrives. And then the other big one that I talked to, that I have talked to, that they reached out to us is McNeese Knives. And this is just mine, and I just put it out here just to show it off. But not long ago, I said we had our biggest batch of Koenig exclusives to ever come in. We are getting ready to have our absolute biggest batch of McNeese Mac 2 3.5s. These will not be the autos. These will be the frame locks, steel or tie frame locks. And so it's going to be our biggest batch of them ever. And we're expecting those sometime next week. I don't know a specific day, but it'll still take me a couple days. So it could be next Monday or next Friday before we launch them, which means we'll have a live show in between. But if not, definitely make sure you're signed up for our newsletter and we'll get word out. We'll try and get word out at least a day ahead for when we're going to do that McNeese drop.
Mac 2 3.5.
Mac 2 3.5, yes sir.
Price point or not yet?
Don't know. I think starting price point on those is around 500 and then it goes up. It all really depends upon the milling pattern, and I don't know if some will have inlays. I'm hoping there'll be some Tantos in there. I told them I wanted a butt ton of Tantos. I think they do an amazing Tanto, but all their knives are amazing. So very excited. This will, like I said, this will be our biggest batch ever of 3.5 Mac 2s. So hopefully we'll have, I know a lot of you guys already have them. So I think this will be one of those, and I could be wrong. We could sell out of them in a day, but I do think this is going to be one of those that, like, it's enough that maybe they're going to stick around for a few weeks. So kind of like Hinder's, we've had more people calling this past week, and they're like, I can't believe I went to your site and I found a Hinder. And they're just so joyed. And I'm like, this has only been there for 2 days, but so I think it's going to be one of those things that people kind of stumble into or start hearing about, hey, they've got some. But, I could be wrong, guys. We could sell out of these same day. We typically do with the Mac 2 3.5s. But this is a pretty big shipment. So I'm excited because it gives us a chance to promote them, maybe even get a YouTube video done, talk about them some. But then again, we may try and do all that work, and then 24 hours later, we don't have any more. But very excited to have those coming in. And then honestly, on the updates, that's the only real stuff I know right now. I know we've got a small little run project that we're working on with attention to detail that I don't think we're too far away from. And then what people probably don't know is that there is a current steel shortage going on. So I'm not really sure what's caused it, but we are expecting some delays in manufacturing starting from about now through January. So it could be a little tougher to get certain blades and certain product as often as we have been. So it could make for an interesting fall. I guess I'll say I'm glad we've had a good first 8 months to the year. But yeah, that's.
Which steels are in short supply?
I don't know 100%. I definitely know that MagnaCut is. I'm pretty sure S45V is. And then I think a lot of them are. So I think at least I think the American steels are in shortage, but I don't know about M390, things like that. So you might see some different steels coming from some different makers, which I'd be okay with. I've got plenty of steels that I love, but I'm not going to start naming them because you guys might be, ooh, that sucks. So, Nick, never announce that early. Too early. I'm good with 20 CV. I like 20 CV. But so we'll see. But definitely a little bit of a steel shortage going on. So last thing that I've really got, tomorrow I've got some customized stuff that I've been working on, and I showed you guys some of these last week, but this is the Tactile Turn Rockwall, or Tactile Knife Company Rockwall. This one turned out really cool. This is a rose gold and purple with purple hardware. So that one's gonna be in there. That's the most different thing I've ever done. Please note this color as you're looking at this, because I can tell you as it photographs, it's going to show a lot more pink. And it definitely has some pink in it, but as soon as you get it in light, it's definitely a rose gold, almost a little peachy color in it. But this turned out really cool. We've got a few others that I got done. I've got a couple others taken apart that I'm gonna get done before the launch tomorrow. So this is one just plain tie with blue hardware. Did the back spacer as well in blue. So I've still got to get them photographed and some other things done. My goal is to get, I don't know, another handful of those done and a couple other knives that I've got on the bench ready to go. Get those done and then do kind of a customized knife drop tomorrow about 3 o'clock. And it'll definitely have some different stuff in it, I hope, if I can get everything done. But we'll send out a newsletter, but I think it's kind of useless for first alert. So definitely for that 3 o'clock-ish time drop, keep an eye on our Instagram, because that's going to be the best way to find about that. Or the USA Made Blade Insiders, because I'll probably be sending them pictures as I'm taking them, going, hey, these are dropping later today. Hey, these are dropping later today. So you'll get a good photograph look at them on the USA Made Blade Insiders page before you see them anywhere else. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long time since I've had just get in the shop and put my head down and go after some serious customization work. And that's my plan, hardcore, for tomorrow.
Put your head down,
Do some drywall. Oh.
that's what it sounded like today.
So that's all I've got for tonight. I can take questions for a minute, and then I think we'll shut it down.
What do you do with Wicked Wax?
That's become a very difficult situation, and honestly, I'm not ready to talk about it until I talk to Wicked Wax. And it's not a difficult situation. It's a situation that I effed up. So I need to get in touch with Wicked Wax. I know he tried to call today or yesterday. So I need to give them a call back. But that whole thing has changed, and I'll make an announcement about that soon. And I'll explain why. I feel a little bit bad about it, but I also know that I'm doing the right thing. So I'll explain. But that'll be something moving forward that I'll have to explain. Uh, any other questions? Speaking of Nick being on here, we've got something. We need to get him working on some. We need some more chef knives, Nick. Somebody called the other day, and I was going through our chef knives. I'm like, oh crap, we really don't have much left. So, and yes, very sadly, and why have I lost his first name? Cahill.
What, William?
William Cahill. Thank you, Will Cahill. He was, as many of you have seen through our social media, but he was one of our first ever customers, I think. He's been a customer with us for a long time. I don't know what happened, but he did pass away. I think Tuesday of this past week, Monday or Tuesday. I have no idea what happened, but if you're out there, say some prayers, say some thoughts for his family, his friends. He's certainly been a supporter of ours for a very long time. He was a member of our insiders group, but more so ever, he was friend. I think he was much closer. I know Crypto Jimbo was close with him. So a very, very sad loss for the knife community. He was very active in the knife community, I'll say that much. And I always liked him. I always thought he was a really good dude. I definitely have had some conversations with him, but not as much as I think many others on here who are hurting by the unexpected loss had. But cheers to Mr. Cahill, and may he rest in peace. So, but that's all I've got.
Are you going to the Lakers Syndicate?
No. No. Terrible timing on that this year. I would love to go. But interesting. I know one other piece of news I can tell you, because I did say I didn't have much to tell you from Hinder. I did get permission to tell you guys this. In the upcoming near future, there is going to be, and not too terribly far away, there is going to be a new XM24 Skinny coming out. Don't ask me anything else, because that's all I know. But I think that's exciting. The XM24 Skinny got slept on so hard when it first came out. Just slept on. And that was back, that was before Hinder had really gotten back and taken off and people had really known it. I don't think it's going to get slept on this time. I think everybody's going to jump all over these. Pretty awesome knife, and really cuts down that thickness in the pocket, but still a beast of a blade. I'm excited about this one. So anyway, so that's coming up. And then what else? Yes, so the Maker Syndicate, not going to be able to make that one, but I did get an interesting phone call. And we'll see where this goes. This is not, I'm not going to say much, but I did talk to somebody who's looking to put something in the same concept of that together for Charlotte. Now, that could be really cool. It'd certainly be good for us. I don't know the number of, with I think kind of with Indianapolis, you get enough people from the West and East who are willing to come. You put this thing in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm not sure how many people you're going to get from the West coming, but I like the concept. I did like what they had to say, and the concept's similar to the Maker Syndicate, but not quite the same. We'll see if they can pull it off. I'd certainly like for them to, but no, I'm hoping we can get a proxy or two at the Maker Syndicate. Maybe send some people some shirts and that they promise they'll wear or something like that. So if you're going to the Maker Syndicate and you promise you'll wear a shirt, let me know, and your size, maybe I'll send you one. Big Smoochie, don't sell knives. It's bad. don't know what the Charlotte one's going to be called. I have no idea. I'm. This isn't my party to announce, so I'll let them, when they get closer, talk about it. But this is just in the beginning stages of planning, Jonathan. Did
Leave it be.
maybe we can. That's all I got. Y'all got anything to add?
I mean,
Come on, Mean Mary Poppins, jump in here.
cheers, thanks for the mug, that's awesome.
Yeah,
The
a
mug
big,
is
a
amazing.
big thank you to the mug. It really is very, very cool. It's just wicked cool. I appreciate all of you guys. I stuff like this just blows me away. Definitely not worthy. All right, guys. Well, that's all I've got. I feel like it's not. I feel like there's still something. We talked about the restaurant.
Well, I would like
It was-
to say for everybody watching who has children going off to college, I feel your pain.
Yeah, I feel the pain in your wallet.
Oh my lord. But
My kid thinks that I own DLT. That's the best way I can explain it. Or she thinks I own Blade HQ. No. So yeah, anyone who's got kids going off, hell, anyone that's got kids going off to school, yay. Get those little shits out of the house. Dad of the year. I do. I feel like there was something else.
I just thought this week was fun by.
Yeah, because it has.
Yeah.
Absolutely has. I don't know. I guess if there is something else, we've forgotten it. So, anyway, from Mean Mary Poppins, Mr. Kevin, I guess that's all we got. So go take yourself over to usmablade.com and get yourself something.
Nice.
And we'll see you guys next Thursday, if not before. Night. And that one, and